Good evening, ladies. Thank you for joining me today. Today's session is going to be on how you can love your liver. Our liver is the second largest organ in our body. And my name is Kavitha. I'm a pharmacist by profession for the past 20 years. And I've been a doTERRA essential oil user for the past 8 years. My journey using essential oils started mainly because of my son. I have 2 boys, and my youngest one was diagnosed with leukemia, a blood cancer, when he was 16 months old as a baby. So 2.5 years ongoing treatment of active and maintenance chemotherapy. Coming out at the age of 5.5 or so, he started going to kindergarten, which was rather late. And this is when I realized that his immune system was not robust, his breathing issues were there, he had skin issues, digestive issues. And as a pharmacist, I knew that medication could only do so much. I had to do more, I had to learn to start his body on a healing journey. So this is what I have been doing for many years now. And I continue to learn, I continue to read, I continue to research on all possible health modalities when it comes to supporting our liver. So you see, the liver that we have in our body is usually, we don't really pay a lot of attention to it unless there is a problem, right? Only then we go, there is something now that we need to look into. But the fact is, our liver does more than 200 functions for us on a daily basis, very quietly and silently behind the doors. And so it's time that we realize how much we should do and what we can do to further protect this organ that works 24/7 for us, right? So let me just start sharing my presentation for today. Right, so today's topic is called liver love. Love your liver, right? So today's session is purely for educational purposes only, yeah, and it is not meant to diagnose or to cure any of your diseases or chronic issues that you may have. It is mainly an educational session based on personal experience. So if you have any issues, you still need to see a qualified medical professional to get yourself properly diagnosed. These days, there are many people who like to use Google to self-diagnose, which is very dangerous, I will tell you, and it can be very scary. And this is not the right path to go on. There are professionals there who have more experience, and they do what they do best when you see them and get a proper diagnosis. Don't mix and match your symptoms to what Google says and then self-diagnose. That's not the right thing to do. Always see a qualified medical professional. It's always good to have a family doctor that you can go to so that they can review you periodically, especially for all of us here who are adults. Hi Asma, thank you for joining, and Selamat Hari Raya. I was thinking most people will be out Hari Raya today, but you still joined. Thank you so much. So going back into the session today, well, these are some of the books that I have, and I've read a bit extra for today's session. My references include The Essential Oil for Hormone Solution by Dr. Mariza. She is quite well known in her work for female issues, helping her own mom go through a very difficult menopause. So she shares a lot from personal experience on her mom and also for herself, right? Eat Dirt by Dr. Josh Ash. Dr. Josh X is very famous, I would say. Most people in the health industry or those into natural health or nutrition will know him. His mother is a cancer survivor. He is a medical practitioner and also a natural medicine practitioner. And also, if I'm not mistaken, he's also done research on Chinese medicine. So it's very holistic kind of approach, right? The other book that I have is called Metabolical. This book is really mind-boggling because in depth on as the description says, the lure and lies of processed food, nutrition, and modern medicine. So this one is, I would say, spot on how we should be eating and what we should feed ourselves. His mantra is feed the gut and detoxify the liver. These are the two important things you need to ask yourself before you put food into your mouth. Is this going to help heal my gut and detoxify my liver? If it is not going to do that, you should not eat it. This is what he's trying to tell us, which I think is very true to a certain extent. So when we look at holistic wellness, it's always been this way. Okay, the basis of everything is to eat right. You have to eat right because our body needs food. We cannot use fuel from air or sunshine or whatever other modalities that we have. We still need food. Food is fuel. Food is medicine. Food can also be the slowest form of poison. If you want to compare the kinds of foods that our grandparents ate and our great-grandparents ate, I think they will be very shocked to see the kinds of food that we eat these days that sometimes does not even resemble the origin of the product, right? These days we eat a lot of products. We don't eat food anymore. That's how I would look at it. So going back to eating real foods that are not highly processed, foods that do not look like what it's supposed to look like from its original form, highly flavored, highly sugared, highly preserved, all these things. Fast food, in that sense, fast food also does not do much good to your liver and actually causes a lot more toxins to deal with. So the basis of healthcare always starts with eating right. Secondly is exercise, right? Exercise is one of the ways to make sure that our body is always metabolizing food well. You're building your muscle, you're strengthening your heart. Our body needs to move. It is not that if we continue to sit for long periods of time, which I think most of the time we are very sedentary, especially after the 2.5 years of staying home, working home, everything from home. Exercise is something that we have lost touch with and should be done on a daily basis, right? And when you do it right, you find that this also helps with your liver health as well. Managing rest and stress, highly important because stress is a silent killer. Stress can also reduce the function of your liver if we do not manage the stress well. And we know that the stress and rest cycle is somewhat ongoing. These days in modern lifestyle, it's very difficult to rest. You know why? Because there's always something beeping, buzzing, ringing. You cannot find time to just have some peace and quiet unless you really make time for it. And this is something that we lack, or we find that it's more difficult to get by if you're constantly on social media, always connected with your phone to things. This also hampers your liver. A lot of stress. Reducing the toxic load. Now, all of us here are ladies, I think, 8 of us here. Okay, a quick fact that I read. The average woman uses 12 products a day on herself. So later you go and check out how many products touches your skin on a daily basis. Some people will ask, it's only touching my skin, it's not affecting my liver, what? Well, whatever you apply on your skin, 70% of it goes into your system. Whatever you inhale, you breathe, also goes into your system, right? So we cannot run away from that. And a lady experiences 126 different ingredients in the products that she is using. Imagine your one product that you take, let's say your facial cleanser, right? You take your facial cleanser, there are 7, 8 ingredients. You times 12 products or more, you get 100 over ingredients on you on a daily basis. So this is just from personal care that you have. What about your cleaning products that you use to mop, to wash your dishes, laundry, softener, toilet cleaner? What about scented candles that we use? What about artificial fragrances in the car, in the toilet? So can you see the combination of all these things coming together cumulatively on your body? So this is why they say the current era that we live in is one of the most toxic eras. If we take samples to check our blood and so on, you find that we have a lot of toxicity we are not aware of. And we only realize this when a chronic issue crops up. And then only we go, okay, now it's time to do something. But when we do things in a proactive manner, you find that you may not even get that chronic issue if we can do things right. So why not? Because when we are already experiencing a chronic issue, it's very distressing. It can be financially draining. And at that times, these chronic issues you may not be able to solve them even if you try and start at that point in time. Some may not be reversible. It depends on the condition, right? Informed self-care, of course, for the past 2.5 years, we are aware when something is not right. You know your body well. When you feel that something is not right, it means that you need to get yourself checked. Do not wait for too long. Your body will give you signs and symptoms that something is not right. Listen to your body. A lot of times we say, no time lah, I got so many things to do. We all have so many things to do. But when your body gives you an alarm, listen and do what is required. Okay, now this is the modern lifestyle that we live, yeah? Bombarded with all kinds of foods that are good for the industry, but probably not so good for our health. Smoking, the kind of environmental toxins that are outside in the air from the vehicles, factories, we know it. The moment we step out of our house, you are just bombarded with all these things. You cannot help it. But at home, you know that you can limit the kind of products that you use at home for your children, for your family, for your personal care products. How many of you are investing in good sleep? We scrimp on sleep because sometimes that's when we as mothers get time for ourselves. But over a long period of time, if you keep doing this to yourself, you know that you are going to have a chronic issue. It's just a matter of time. And this is why I tell mothers it's not worth it to stay up late just to enjoy that few hours of alone time or whatever. I would rather you sleep early and wake up early and get that alone time because you have rested. And there is a window of detoxification our body goes through. You see, it's only when you sleep, your body can do cleaning, 100% cleaning. If you are awake and doing other things, it cannot really do its cleaning. And when it keeps getting backlogged, something will happen. And that's not what we want, right? Stress is inevitable when we look at it on a daily basis. From the time that you open your eyes in the morning, and especially as mothers, we have 100 million things going on in our mind to do on a daily basis. We have so many needs and wants to be fulfilled for others. There's work, there is home, there is caring for parents, caring for in-laws, caring for so many other people. So stress is inevitable. So using essential oils is an amazing, effective way to manage stress. And this is something I can attest to. And I think many of you here who are using, how do you all use your oils to support stress for the past 2.5 years without having a mental breakdown? Very important. And it has been really useful as well. I will share on that in a while. Right. So I told you at the beginning that our liver has more than 200 functions. If I list all the 200 functions, tak habis lah kelas malam. Okay, so I'm just going to give you the very basic functions of the liver. This is not a biology class, but it's just to tell you that it does a lot for you that you do not even know it does, right? From processing nutrients, from regulating your blood, from regulating and producing cholesterol for you, for cleansing, which we know, detoxification of the blood, breaking down of toxins. So you see, it's breaking down a lot of things for you. But at the same time, if you keep overloading it with more and more and more, and then you're not going to bed on time, you're not eating well, you see how inefficient this filter becomes. So it's like you throw rubbish at your rubbish bin every day, and then it starts to overflow because nobody is taking the rubbish out of your house to throw it in the big bin. It overflows, it covers your kitchen, and then it covers into your living room. And then you know that something is going to happen. The rubbish is there. It's just like your body is your home. So can you imagine your liver being overburdened every day, clogged, 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 clogged. So the moment it starts to have this kind of issues coming up, you will find that signs and symptoms may pop out. And a lot of times we don't even tie it down to a liver issue. Fatigue, sometimes you may have fatigue, you feel tired, you say, I didn't sleep lah, maybe that's why. So many other issues may come up. You may have skin issues, you may have aches and discomforts. So if you do not do a blood test, frankly, you will not know. And this is why as an adult, since you're all adults here, it is highly recommended that you do a full blood every year. So you know when something goes wrong, you can do something lah. Cepat you boleh buat sesuatu daripada dia melarat until dah chronic, then you want to do something, it's going to be more effort. Okay, so 200 functions. So these are some of the things we can do proactively. Reduce and eliminate alcohol intake if possible, because there's only so much of alcohol your liver can consume. Reduce fried foods, processed foods, ultra processed foods. So then people ask me, so what to eat? Eat real food lah. Learn how to cook. Teach your children how to cook as well. It's very important. I teach my children how to cook because I don't want them to fall into the trap of thinking that you only have to buy food from a packet and heating it up to eat. You see, over the past 50 to 60 years, I've read books that say that we are losing touch on how to cook from scratch. We always end up buying things that are pre-made, canned, boxed. All these things to be kept on the shelf for a long period of time means it has to have preservative, right? So how much preservative do you think in a day you can eat or in a year? All these things, sikit-sikit, lama-lama jadi bukit lah. So getting back to eating real foods that you can cook fresh with minimum amount of flavorings, especially. Go back to flavoring your food with spices and herbs the way it should be instead of buying artificial stuff, because your body doesn't know what to do with it, and this is the problem. Okay, if you read the books that I've read, I've mentioned, it's an eye-opener, right? You think twice before you eat after that. Avoid late nights if possible, not too frequently, because your body needs that time to rest and regenerate. Regular healthy lifestyle, helping your body to reduce toxins by looking into your personal care products. Now, this one is a bit tricky because we know that a lot of products on the shelf, in your conventional shelf, even pharmacy and supermarkets, they have a long list of chemical byproducts. If you want to check one by one, it can be quite lengthy, right? So it's always good to use brands that are considered clean in their list, even though there are 10 products, but it could be natural ingredients. Don't just look at the list and say, wow, got 10 ingredients means bad already, lor. No, you have to look at each ingredient, and this is why it takes a bit of time. If you do not have that time, use brands that are considered clean. Like doTERRA also has got personal care products. They have cleaning products. They have all kinds of things that you can use in a safer manner compared to you buying something off the shelf. And even when you use doTERRA essential oils, we highly encourage you to DIY as many things as you can, because you know what you're using. You see, there's no way of it being adulterated in any way. Okay, and finally, if you need to, start taking a liver supplement if you need to, but always go back to your pharmacist or your doctor before you start on supplementation, especially if you're on medication. You have to be a bit careful. So coming into essential oils and how you can use them, when I started 8 years ago, I was not very keen to start on essential oils because in my mind, the image that I've always carried when people talk about essential oil is a candle and a burner. Just to make your room smell good, smell zen, that kind of thing, you know. But I was looking for something to support my son's healing, his immune system, clear breathing. And so I had to be educated. I had to start learning because I saw a lot of feedback on essential oils. But I was thinking, you know, how can this candle and burner help? So looking into and reading into it, I realized that there are 4 different grades of essential oil in the market. Just like there are many grades of durian in the market. Durian season is coming, by the way. Okay, so when you look at it, these are the grades. The synthetic ones are not essential oil. These are chemically synthesized in a lab to smell like a particular aroma, right? But when it goes into your body, the body doesn't recognize it. Your body is very smart. Even if you eat fake foods or chemically processed foods, it doesn't know what to do with it. It's not by calorie. It just doesn't recognize it, and it will be stored away as a toxin, which is very damaging. Same with the synthetic kind of aromatherapy that we have. Second one is food grade. It's put into our food. The third one is therapeutic grade. It has some benefit for us, but when we look at essential oils, we realize that there is no one governing the purity of oils. Everybody says they are pure. When you pick up a bottle of essential oil outside, they will say pure essential oil. But do you know whether it's pure or not? Do they have any certificate to show it's pure or not? So this is the question at the back of my mind as well. So going into purity, I found that doTERRA was very transparent in their purity test. Okay, every bottle of single essential oil that you purchase, at the base of the bottle, you can see a 7-digit batch number there. And this 7-digit batch number, you can go to www.source2.com, key in the batch number to get the GCMS test result. This GCMS test result is just one test out of 40 over tests done per batch. Okay, it's no play. So this is why doTERRA has set the gold standard for essential oil. And doTERRA oils are used in selected hospitals in US. They even have a hospital that uses essential oils in conjunction to support wellness for those undergoing cancer treatment. It's called, the hospital is named St. Elizabeth's Hospital in USA, right? Ongoing testing to make pharmaceutical products from doTERRA essential oil is also ongoing. Just last year, doTERRA lavender essential oil, the first essential oil to be graded as pharmaceutical grade ever. So this is something that shows these are not play stuff. This is not aromatherapy grade. This is what we could call, I would call it as medical grade lah. Okay, if you ask me, I will call it as medical grade. So when you use essential oils, you want to derive benefits, you want to derive physical benefits, you want to derive emotional benefits, you need to use oils that are pure. If you cannot confirm your oils are pure, please do not use, because there are many oils out there that are adulterated, meaning they have added synthetics inside, because frankly, when you smell and I smell, we don't know. We can't tell the difference. You need a lab test to prove it. Some of them may be just purely synthetic, we don't even know, right? So this is very important because we are risking the life and the health of our family members on this purity, right? So when you decide to choose essential oils, these are some of the other questions you need to ask yourself. Where are the plants coming from? Are they farmed one after another next to each other, harvested and distilled to get an essential oil? Where doTERRA oils come from all over the world, where the plants grow naturally in abundance because God put them there. The soil, the temperature, everything is suited for that particular plant. And when they distill the sample of the essential oil, it will show that it has a higher chemical composition compared to a plant. Like for example, lavender. If you distill lavender essential oil from Cameron Highlands, from Australia, from US, and so on, you find that each lavender species will have a different chemical composition, right? So doTERRA lavender comes from France because they found that the oils there that were produced had the highest linalool content. Linalool is the ingredient that gives us that calming, soothing property when we reach out for lavender. When you think stress, you think lavender. When you think sleep, you think lavender. When you think skin, you think lavender because of this content. So when you use a drop of lavender essential oil from doTERRA, you know it is absolutely pure and potent. And because it's potent, you always dilute it before you apply on your skin. Do not use your oils direct on the skin. Okay, besides that, what are the production practices? What are the tests being done? Are they available for you to look at, or do you just need to take their word that it's pure means it's pure lah? You know, that kind of thing. When you buy something, you want to see purity. You buy gold, you want to see certificate. All these things to make sure that you are not cheated. Same with essential oil. And also, please do not buy doTERRA oils from online markets. that we have, online malls, because doTERRA does not and will not be responsible for sales or purchases from there, because a lot of them are fake and adulterated. Please buy from someone that you trust, that you know, or get your own account from doTERRA and get it shipped directly to you. Okay, so now let's look at how we're going to support the liver. The first thing I mentioned earlier was stress is a silent killer. If you're feeling wired and tired, some people will tell me, I got no stress one, I'm always okay. Do you relate or resonate with any of these symptoms? Wired and tired all the time. Difficulty falling asleep, very tired but cannot sleep. Mood swings, your children are scared of you, husband scared of you, colleagues scared of you because you like mood swings, you know, suddenly happy, suddenly angry, suddenly can cry. Okay, skin issues, you may be having rashes, or you may be having dry, patchy stuff, or eruptions, or acne, any kind of skin issues. Low libido, weight gain despite not eating much, weight gain, cravings for sugary food. The stress cycle is such that it wants fuel. Okay, wired and tired, and you need fuel, your body will start craving for sugary things, because that sugar is the fastest form of fuel, but frankly it is poison to the liver, because that will cause liver inflammation, not just diabetes, but the liver inflammation is there, frequently unwell. When you are highly stressed, you find that you fall sick very often because your body just cannot take it anymore. Okay, you find fatigue is there, ultimately you don't rest, you don't take time off, just fall sick, lie flat 2-3 days sick. Then you know lah, your body says, I've had enough. So when you want to use essential oils for calming yourself, for stress management, we are all very much involved with our daily tasks. So at times like this, I would always recommend you start your day feeling calm, because the moment you wake up in the morning, and if possible, do not look at your phone first. Okay, at least for 1 hour, try to not look at your phone, because that's the first thing that will start your adrenaline pumping and the stress hormones rising. So first thing in the morning is wake up, you can do a bit of prayer, you can do a bit of exercise, have your breakfast, do meditation, do journaling. Get these essential oils, not all, but these are some of the examples, right? doTERRA Balance is a favorite among many of us. How many of you suka dengan doTERRA Balance? Frankincense, whole wood, very calming, very soothing, to start your day being present and being in the now. So you just need to open few drops, add a bit of FCO, carrier oil, and apply at the base of your scalp. Inhale and exhale. When you have issues with stress, anxious feelings, heart beating very fast, feel scattered, mind chattering, inhale from the palm immediately. Inhale, exhale 1 minute, because it goes into your brain. Your brain, the limbic system, is what regulates your emotions and your response. So this is why I always recommend you to inhale, exhale. If you have a diffuser, diffuse any of these oils in the morning. Lavender, for some people they like it, some people they don't like it. Again, this is very personalized. Choose oils that you like lah. Don't choose oils that you don't like. Yeah, all right. So this is something that you can do. Wild orange is beautiful. It helps with anxious feelings. At the same time, it keeps you focused and energized as well. If you're already a doTERRA member and you are on the LRP program, tomorrow is the last day to receive wild orange free with 125 PV LRP. Okay, so wild orange sangat-sangat best, my favorite oil. I like to use with peppermint lah. Okay, frankincense, the king of oils. This one has the ability to go into your brain effortlessly, one of the oils. It's used widely in prayer. All right, for Christians, I think they are well aware of frankincense in the Bible as one of the healing oils. So this one memang sangat best. So at times, hi Sabia, you can use this as well proactively. You can even inhale and exhale if you don't want to diffuse it. Adaptive is another one, a combination of oils like rosemary, wild orange, copaiba, and a couple of other oils. Okay, this one keeps you focused and calm at the same time. So 3 ways to manage stress throughout the day. Number 1, morning, choose an oil that you like to start your day calm, grounded, set. Now throughout the day, as you are doing your work, whatever that you're doing, your task, your stress levels will start to rise up again, right? Somebody make you angry, children not getting ready for school, car jam on the road. Okay, so I always recommend ladies to make a roller of essential oils. Use at your inner wrist 3 to 4 hourly. You tak stress pun you pakai juga because it will help you at night. Okay, when you use this, your stress levels, your cortisol will go down. It won't spike up so high. 3 to 4 hours you pakai, it will very nice balancing done. If you do this, you know what it's like. Okay, so by the time comes to evening, okay, now we talk about evening. Sleep support. Okay, by the time you come to evening, you feel that even though you're very tired and wired, your mind still cannot shut down, your CPU very active. These are oils that you can consider to diffuse. But if you use that roller or the diffuser blends that I have recommended throughout the day, you find that by evening time, by this time, you feel that your body is already telling you that it's tired and it wants to sleep. This is what I go through. So I'm usually in bed by 10 to 10:31. I'm not usually up late. And I have good deep sleep because I start my diffuser at that time. So why do you need to diffuse oils when you go to bed? Number one, when you diffuse oils, it gives your brain the signal that it's time to sleep. If not, your brain is continuously going on with its mental diarrhea and thinking of what happened and what you have to plan tomorrow and everything going on, right? It brings you back to the now. It tells you, hey, it's night time. Calm down. Time to sleep already. Okay. Number two, you sleep longer than 3 hours at night, right? So for those of you who find that you're frequently getting disrupted sleep, it's not that you need to use toilet. You just suddenly wake up, then, oh, cannot sleep again. Or, you know, that kind of thing, disrupted sleep. Or you have a snoring partner, disrupted sleep. So diffuse the oils, it will give you that deep sleep that you require. Again, this is not magic. When you are diffusing proactively, you find that you will be able to enjoy that deep restorative sleep. Now, this deep restorative sleep is important because this is when your liver and your other organs start to do cleaning lah. If you tak tidur, dia tak boleh nak buat cleaning. Okay, susah kan? So when you sleep, that you get that focus, you get that energy, your liver can clean itself, your kidneys can clean itself. This is how your body repairs, regenerates, rejuvenates during that night time. It's very important. You can get to bed by 11 p.m. Do it. Your body will thank you over a long period of time. This is investment into your health. Just like every month you invest money in your bank, right? This is how you invest in your bank of health. Sleep is very important. Do not stitch. So oils that you can use: lavender, lavender peas. Lavender peas is a combination, very beautiful. This one with vetiver, marjoram, ilang-ilang, sangat best. How many of you love to use lavender peas at night? Anybody? I like to use lavender peas with balance sometimes, or lavender peas on its own is also nice. If you want a really calming, soothing blend to make for your morning use, lavender peas 5 drops and balance 5 drops in a 10 ml roller with fractionated coconut oil. This is what I call chill pill, stress relief blend. Use 3 to 4 hourly. Okay, morning time is really nice. Okay, so at night you can also use oils like Sandalwood. This is a woody grounding oil. If you're not into florals, Sandalwood will knock you out flat. Bergamot is a citrus oil, but it's calming. Okay, so bergamot also very nice. Vetiver, very strong. If you cannot sleep with that one, all these, use vetiver. Okay, you can combine as well. If you find that you are frequently waking up due to the need to urinate, you may want to make this roller. Okay, cypress juniper, 5 drops, 10 ml roller, SCO, and you apply at your lower abdomen just before bed. It's also good. Yes, lavender peas is really nice, very calming. It is also good to limit the amount of liquids that you drink 1 hour before bed. If you are diabetic and your sugar levels are not under control, it is imperative that you invest in deep sleep. You know why? Because your liver is the one that regulates your blood sugar levels as well. So if you find that if you are diabetic, you wake up in the morning, you do fasting blood sugar kan? Fasting blood sugar tak cantik. Walaupun makan malam is 8 p.m. but next morning fasting blood sugar high, continuously high. your liver is not doing a good job and it needs to be rectified. Whereas you find that 2 hours after food, sugar level cantik, that means your pancreas is doing a good job, or your medication is helping your pancreas to do a good job. But morning fasting, tak cantik, check on your liver. You need to work on the liver to support healthy blood sugar management. I also talk about supplementation. So this is a beverage by doTERRA that can also support our wellness. Okay, there are 2 products by doTERRA. Some of you may not be aware. It was just launched late last year, which is like 5-6 months ago. Terrastix AO and DX. There are 2 products here. AO is basically antioxidant, because we know in our current lifestyle that we have, most of us are not getting enough antioxidants from our fruits and vegetables. We're probably not eating enough portions. The quality of our food may not be there as well. So this is a good top up if you think that I may need it. It has ingredients like curcumin, which is from Tumeric. That's why you see it's yellowish in color. Wild blueberry extract, pomegranate, which is very well known for its antioxidant properties, grapeseed, and tomato extract. So very conveniently, you can open up 1 sachet, put into water in the morning, and you can consume it on a daily basis. This is a nutritional drink, so you can take it daily. Supports the immune system, helps with oxidative stress, and also increases the antioxidants in our body. Second one is DX. Now, this is the one we want for our liver and our kidney to help with detoxification. Detoxification is an ongoing process, but the process gets hampered when we do not help our body, right? So this product has got 2 major ingredients only. One is sulforaphane. Sulforaphane is from broccoli seed extract. It's not the broccoli, but the broccoli seed, the germinated seeds, which are very high in all these properties that we generally don't get, I would say, right? But broccoli on its own, don't stop eating. All the cruciferous vegetables are amazing for helping detoxification of our liver. So continue to eat them as well. All these properties are there. The second ingredient is vine tea leaf extract, which is it's sort of a bitter. It's not bitter in this drink, but it has that bitter property when we look at holistic medicine. So it helps with detoxification. We know that anything bitter helps with the liver, right? This is how we always look at it. So it protects the liver, it helps with detoxification, it also helps with restful sleep, it's caffeine free, and of course, if you had a bit too much of alcohol, this can also help with a hangover. You can consume 1 packet at night after dinner. This would be the recommended regimen to take. Looking into fiber, these days we also don't consume enough soluble and insoluble fiber. Fiber is not just for weight management. A lot of people think, oh, fiber for weight management, constipation. It also supports liver health. So this is a product by doTERRA. Again, convenient. 1 scoop in a glass of water, mix and drink. It doesn't gel like psyllium husk. Psyllium husk, sometimes it becomes like jelly and then you get very yucky to drink. This one does not. I've tried it. Very smooth, very tasty to consume. You may want to consider this as a top up. It's not a replacement for fruits and vegetables. A top up only. All the products here are for adult only, not for children, because I had a question today from one of the members. And I would also not recommend if you are breastfeeding. If you're breastfeeding, probably you can take the AO and the fiber, but the DX maybe is not really required. You can give your husband, your spouse, or anybody else who wants to take that. Okay, now let's look at the essential oils for liver, right? So these are some of the oils. The citrus family is always well known for detoxification. So many of us reach out for citrus oils because they are happy and uplifting oils like me. Therefore, oils like lemon, grapefruit, wild orange, tangerine, bergamot, all these are citrus oils and many more that are not here. The benefits of it comes from the ingredient or the constituent inside, which is limonene. So limonene helps with flushing out toxins from the system. It helps the organs to function efficiently. It helps with inflammation, which we all go through. I think a couple of months ago, I shared something on inflammation and aging. Taking care of the liver is part of taking care of inflammation. Okay, digestive health and getting rid of toxins, like I mentioned. The other oils that you can use, not all, but you can use some of them. Cilantro. Many of us don't like the smell, cilantro, but it's very supportive of heavy metal detoxification even from the body. Rosemary essential oil, not just for hair and for baking, for roasting, is for detoxification as well. Very potent also for EMF. Now we are living in the age of EMF. We cannot see it, but it's there and it's affecting. I was actually not couple of days ago. Last week I was listening to Dr. Natasha Campbell's 1 hour interview, and she mentioned about the dangers of EMF and the 5G that is coming in. So she says we are looking at invisible forces. I feel like in the Star Wars movie, invisible forces that are going to be it's not going to be very beneficial for our body, our DNA especially, because our system is very sensitive to all these kinds of electromagnetic fields. So she cautions everyone against using a lot of electronics, and try to, of course, switch off your Wi-Fi whenever you can, not to be on 24/7. Like some people, they even sleep with Wi-Fi on. So it's affecting you. It will affect your children's brain development and other health issues as well. And she has been in the industry of autism for more than 30 years, if I'm not mistaken, and her books are all very much well sought after, especially looking at supporting any kind of illness from healing the gut. So if you are keen to know about her books, you can connect with me. I can take a photo. If you're really keen, please start reading her books. Very much a lot of knowledge there. Okay. Zenjaz is another one, or Digezen, we used to call it. It's a combination of spices, peppermint, ginger, aniseed, fennel, coriander, and a few other more. Zendo, this is our detoxification blend, Zendo or Zendocrin. So this has been blended with rosemary, cilantro, juniper, geranium, and tangerine. Geranium is also on offer this month with vanilla, with the Mother's Day tiffin. So if you want to get them at a discounted price, you can get that one. Geranium is not just for skin only, it's for detoxification as well, and a lot of other things. Tumeric essential oil. Tumeric essential oil comes from India, and this particular oil helps not just for detoxification, but if you're looking at healthy cellular function, if you're looking at healthy weight management, if you're looking at supporting blood sugar management, this oil is a must. Okay, you can use it proactively on a daily basis. Now, the difference between you using a turmeric essential oil and using your turmeric powder is very different, because it takes a huge amount of raw material to come up with this essential oil. It's very concentrated. And the fact is, when you buy turmeric powder from outside, from commercial brands, frankly, you don't even know for sure whether it's how much turmeric is it or not. Is there? We don't know. Unless you make your own, it's different story lah. But if you want a precise amount of dosing, it is good to use the turmeric essential oil. Okay, geranium I mentioned earlier. So how can you use all these oils? You don't need all, but you can use either one of them. What you can do is make a roller, 10 drops of any of these oils in a 10 ml roller, and you can use them proactively. You can either apply it on your tummy or near your liver. Where your liver location, you can Google and check. It's just at the bottom of your rib cage, that area. You can apply there. If you're not sure, apply on your whole tummy. Okay, that would be good. Morning and night after shower on clean skin is always recommended. Now, these are the other two blends that I found from the books that I've read. A bit different. This I would call it a more potent blend. So follow the recipe, 3 drops each. Apply on the liver would be geranium, fennel, grapefruit, ginger, and rosemary. Okay. Apply on the soul. This is for your whole system. Grapefruit, geranium, juniper, and cilantro. Okay, so this is something extra that you may want to try. You can do it. But generally, if you just have Zendo, it's good enough. It's a beautiful blend. Satu pun dah cukup lah. These are extra. Right. Now, looking into personal care products, cleaning products, like I mentioned, the toxicity that you invite into your home. Because all of us ladies, we are the ones buying cleaners, hair wash, floor mop, all these our jurisdiction, right? Usually husband will not go and buy all these. It's up to you what you want to buy. So use products that are clean. Number one is safe for your family because there's no chemical residue left on your clothes. You wear your clothes, the chemical residues go into your skin. Same with your softener. My family has not used softener since the day my son was diagnosed because it's only then that I started reading on all these toxins that I have been unknowingly using at home because we buy from advertisement lah kan. Masa tu bodoh juga ya. But what to do, we learn. So when you know better, you do better. That's how I look at it, right? So laundry detergent is number one. Number two is your floor mop, your cleaning items, and of course your hand wash. Hand wash, if you look at commercial ones, there's SLS, there's paraben, there's fragrance. Sikit-sikit lama-lama jadi bukit juga, right? So it's good to start ditching and switching or DIY and make your own, frankly. We can do it on our own. If you're in our team, we know we make a lot of things except laundry detergent tak buat. Yang lain semua kita boleh DIY. It's always available. So this is coming to the end of the session. I just want to remind you that these offers will be ending tomorrow. Like I mentioned, the geranium and vanilla with the free tiffin. If you are not a member, you can always sign up and be a member with this sets as well and pay a registration fee. Or there's the other one, which is the Terra sticks, the complete Terra, we call it, AODX fiber with a free shaker as well. These are both at discounted prices. So the tiffin is actually free, the shaker is actually free, and the products you're getting at a discounted price already. If you're keen to look into using essential oils into your home, these are a couple of other value for money, budget friendly, very versatile oils. You'll be guided on how to use them when you are enrolled under my team. The first one is My First Kit. You see a very cute and compact diffuser there. Just a couple of days ago, one of our members received it. She says, I cannot believe how cute and compact this is. The next time I travel to KL, I'm going to pack it in my bag. So this one is suitable for room usage with a 2, 5, 10-hour setting. The diffuser is practically free in this set. Pebble diffuser with these oils, 15 ml, 250 drops. The fractionated coconut oil is always a must when we use our oils on the skin. So when we're going to use any essential oil on the skin, proper dilution is recommended and you'll be guided on how to do that. The Terra kit, you will notice the nutritional products with the diffuser and 3 basic oils. Now, these 3 basic oils have 100 over users. You will be provided with the users as well and be guided on how to use them, right? The last 2 that I would say are very complete for a family. These 2 are great choices, family kit and the home essential kit. The difference is basically a 5 ml and a 15 ml, 3 times the volume at a much bigger savings, the 1300 kit. Of course, you also notice the diffuser is different. So home essential kit comes with a La Luz diffuser. This is a heavy diffuser for the living room. It's large, not for you to bawa pergi jalan-jalan. Okay, letak dekat rumah saja. So these 10 oils cover almost 90% of your health challenges at home that you may face. So during the pandemic, those of you who are in my team, we know that we have been using this oil so very proactively. Even those positive COVID also recovered beautifully, using the oils as an additional tool to support healing. These oils will never, or it cannot cure your illness or disease. Please remember that. They are meant to be used as a tool to support your body's ability to heal. So when you use it correctly, it will work. If you don't use it at all, no chance of working. If you abuse it, then it's a different problem. So please use it correctly. The family kit also comes with a deep blue rub, which a lot of us love. It's used for any kind of muscle, bone, joint, tension, ache, pain kind of thing. Just use a tiny bit. It is a natural product with about 10 different essential oils, and one tube for me lasts about 6 months daily use, because you just use a pea size and you can apply it at wherever areas that have that pain, ache, with no cuts and wounds. That's the only exception, right? So this is the end of my session today on how you can and should continue supporting your liver